welcome to Khaleej Times, both of you, Tovino and Kalyani. Lovely to have you both here.
Thank you.
So first I have to ask you this because we've seen the trailers of Thallumaala, and Malayalam movie especially is known for actually gritty, realistic movies, and this is totally out of that landscape. So what made you both sign on for it, and do you believe that actually the audience is ready to accept or have a very fun-filled entertainer like this?
I think this is the right time.
Yeah, I think it's about time. I think that's what got us excited to begin with. The fact is, everybody's been moving towards hyper-realism right now, and we wanted to completely be the exact opposite of that. In fact, I would say this is exaggerated reality. Each character, each dialogue, each fight, each sequence is our costumes. Our costumes are the loudest things in this film. Like, they speak more than we do. And I think the whole idea is to break everything that we've been going towards right now, because it's a break for the audience as well. We're hoping that this is something that is interesting enough and different enough to have people excited to come back to the theatres.
This all started when Mosen narrated me the script of Thallumaala in 2017, and he's working on Thallumaala since 2014. And what surprises me is this is very much relevant now, even more than 2017. I think this is the right time for Thallumaala to release.
Kalyani, you yourself have, gone on record to say that this was a very uncomfortable movie for you, in the sense this didn't come easy for you, and you had to work quite a lot on it. But I think one thing that would appeal about the character that you play is it's like a social media sensation, which the youngsters can probably relate.
Yeah, in fact, that's what he was saying about this film being futuristic. Influencers today are like, everybody knows what an influencer is today, but in 2014, when this character was actually like conceptualized or whatever, I have no idea how, because at that point reels didn't exist, and to have him think that there is somebody that is actually out there making money from this and getting fame out of this was quite forward thinking, to be honest. This was a role which is all about attitude and swag, and the main reason I found it hard was because
Yeah, she's the exact opposite to
yeah,
whatever
the exact
character
opposite
is.
of that. So it was a bit hard to sort of get into the role. But once you get in, once you wear those costumes, and once you're like actually there in that flow, you feel super cool about it. And then you don't want the film to end, because like you're in that zone where you're like, yeah. So it was fun.
How is life post Minal Murli? How did your kids react to it?
I'm getting so much love from kids. So now I'm waiting for them to grow up so that I can become even bigger star.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. But like I'm loving it. Like whenever I meet a kid, I can see this excitement in their eyes. And most of the time I'll not be looking like Minal Murli. So it will take time for them to realize that I'm the same guy who played Minal Murli. But once they realize it, I can see this excitement which is very satisfying for me.
Last question for Kalyani. You are an industry baby, you grew up in the industry, you've done movies in various industries. How is it going? How are you enjoying it so far? And what's in the future? Can we expect a Bollywood debut soon?
The one thing that I do know is I don't have control over what the audience does to a film. Like whether a film is a success or not is a lot of times the pressure is put on actors, but it's completely up to the audience of what the reception of a film is. I can't control the outcome of the film, but I can control whether I learn something or grow in each film. One of the main reasons a lot of people are like, why are you doing a lot of Malayalam and Tamil films right now? And I'm like, that's because my command over the language is much better than it is, for example, say with Telugu. So I just feel like at a moment where I'm trying to focus on my craft, it's much, trust me, it is so much easier to act in a language that you know versus a language that you're actually just learning. So I'm very not sure about this whole Bollywood question, because I don't have command over the language. And so I'm still not refined yet as an actor, in my opinion, in order to like sort of venture out and get into that at the moment. I'm hoping I'll get comfortable with my craft in a way where I can actually just say, oh my God, yes, let me do a Bollywood film, or even any other language for that matter.